Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. You are listening to Al Mubarak Radio with myself, Mr. Al Mubarak, on the Durood night. It's coming towards the Azan time in around 45 or I would say 40 minutes. 9:15 today is the Maghrib Azan, and inshallah we will have the Maghrib Azan at 9:15 as well. So we have, alhamdulillah, two parts to this show today. And I would like to say a big jazakumullah khair to everybody listening locally, everybody listening nationally, and everybody listening internationally. We also have our special guest who arrived yesterday from Pakistan, Hafiz Abu Bakr Hedri, inshallah, who is going to be in the studio, inshallah. They're on their way as well. Alhamdulillah, can we have some WhatsApp messages where you guys are listening? Texters and WhatsAppers on 07868 476 577. You can either listen to this program locally on the local receivers 454.650. You can also install our free app available on Google Play and also App Store. Just search simply Al Mubarak Radio and listen away. And if you wanted to view this program, which is now visually available to watch as well, all you have to do is go on our website, which is www.almubarakradio.com, and then there is a tab on the website watch live, or just after radio.com/watch-live, and inshallah you can definitely inshallah watch this program as it unfolds. I'm getting a lot of calls, I'm getting a lot of WhatsApp messages as well. I'm listening. Salams to everyone. There's so many thumbs up, and the messages are going crazy today. There's also, mashallah, definitely listening from Dundee as well. So we've got listeners from Dundee. I don't know where this message is. This is one of our regular listeners. Salams, I'm listening. Give my salams to everyone. Cannot wait is one of the messages. Excited. Why? Of course, Hafiz Abu Bakr is in town. It's not every day. Right. There's also Walsall messaging in. Can't wait for Sheikh Hedri to come on. Listening now. Okay, subhanAllah, the messages are coming in. We've got an Instagram message. I've seen it, and saying listening with a big smile as well. You know something, brothers and sisters, you better be listening. Salams listening from Preston is just one message shooting in, and alhamdulillah, you know, the messages are flying in. Keep your messages coming in, because I am going to show Hafiz Abu Bakr everyone's messages as you guys send in when he comes. Alhamdulillah. Today also I'm very honored and happy also to be having a very dear friend of mine, and somebody everybody is going to be hearing a lot of, inshallah, in the month of Ramadan. His name is also, got loads of messages coming in. I will read them very shortly, but let me first introduce my first guest for this evening. He's by the name of Mr. Sajjad Hussain, and he, mashallah, is doing some great work. And when anybody is doing some really good work, Al Mubarak is always, mashallah, you know, there supporting and working alongside, alhamdulillah, these great people who are making their time valuable time. We have Mr. Sajjad Hussain. Let's welcome him onto the show. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah Al Mubarak, and assalamu alaikum to all the listeners as well. Thank you for having me on the show.
Mashallah, you know, there is a lot of people messaging in from all over the country, and also probably from abroad as news will get out. As you saw, you know, today I've had one of those days, as I told you. We've just managed to get the website back on just before, you know, the show, alhamdulillah, and also the live visual stream. We just managed to connect it on time. We are running just 10 minutes later than I would say normally, but alhamdulillah, brother Sajjad, mashallah, you're wearing a beautiful top. Okay, it's got your charity name, Purpose of Life, and it says, and then it's charity for orphans, and then there is a little slogan: let us not love with words or tongue, but with actions and in truth. Subhanallah.
MashaAllah, Jazakallah. We literally got these hoodies made literally a few days ago, so we've got a lot of demand. So if any of the listeners are interested in these hoodies, mashallah, we've got a nice big Purpose of Life logo at the back as well. So please do, yeah, give us a call, and we'll hopefully get one ordered for you guys as well. I'll stand up as well, so all the as well they can have a look. But we've got a nice badge at the back and at the front as well, mashallah.
There you go, free advertising, modeling his own, mashallah.
Not quite the model. I'm sure there's better people to model
purpose
better.
For a life, a purpose of life, I'd say.
Yeah.
Mashallah, so doing some great work. Anyway, brothers and sisters, he's here, and mashallah, they're explaining the a charity. Let's talk about. I mean, okay, let's not just get into the event straight away. Let's just go into how many years have you been running this charity, and what kind of motivated you towards opening this charity up?
To be honest, I mean, this charity, it's a very, very young charity. We've literally set it up this year.
Okay.
Mashallah, alhamdulillah, my intentions, and I'm sure a lot of people have the intentions, my intention was always to get into charity. My background actually is I'm a chemical engineer by profession. I work in the aerospace industry, so a bit of a geek, but alhamdulillah, we did an event last year. Well, I don't know if I'm sure you do remember, and the listeners remember, when Gaza kicked off in June, July, August time. We did a cricket tournament there. I mean, we did a small tournament. We were thinking of raising a couple of thousand, but with the help of Allah, we raised over £25,000. We also did another event with George Galloway at the Orchid. I was working with another charity. George was a guest speaker, and I was hosting the show. Alhamdulillah, with the help of Allah, we raised over £110,000 for an orphanage in Gaza. As the momentum was kicking, going forward and stuff, rather than stopping there, I decided to take the plunge to open up a charity myself, concentrating not only on the orphans in Syria or Gaza, but also my main focus is to concentrate on the orphans and children in the UK as well. Specifically Muslim children, but we are open to all. But my main concern, which I think a lot of charities are not really tackling, is the children. I mean, there's a slogan: charity starts at home, and I believe we should be doing a lot more with children, especially with the kids, concerning the Muslim children who are not being fostered by Muslim parents. Unfortunately, they're being fostered by non-Muslim parents. As a result, them kids, although they may have the dunya, they may have the education, they may have all the worldly stuff, but unfortunately they don't have the deen. Now, a child leaving and dying, unfortunately it's a sad state, but a child dying in Palestine or Syria, he's got his ticket to heaven. But a child here who may have all the dunya stuff, but if he has no deen, they're the kids that we need to be helping. And I think we seem to overlook these things. In terms of, it's a developed country, the UK, the kids are fine, but unfortunately that's not the case. I know many children, both personally and through other stories, where a lot of children are actually being fostered by non-Muslims. And it's a two-way thing. We want to obviously create the awareness where families, couples, we need to make them aware of, actually, it's not a taboo subject to foster a child. It's actually a high rank. Prophet Muhammad was an orphan himself.
There we go. So that's regarding your charity as well, and like you say, you've done events in the past as well, and you're based in the Batley Dewsbury areas.
That's correct.
You are from Heckman White.
That's correct.
This is, I'm giving this information for all locals because everybody listening on the local receivers, alhamdulillah, now it's being transmitted as well. If they're wondering, we've never even heard of it. Now you have. Okay, and this is where radio, and this is where all the social media, everything comes into play. I mean, this is a tool where people can get to know, and alhamdulillah, we've had also few meetings ourselves with yourself. I mean, over the past few weeks as well, and it's great ideas you have. For what your charity is about to set out to do, a lot more than what you've done in the past. Now, what's your vision? Your vision, regarding this charity, looking ahead.
I mean, I have short-term and long-term goals. The short-term goals are we're working on the orphanage in Gaza. We need to raise £180,000. Mashallah, we're going to be roughly thereabouts with the zakat money coming in. Then it's hoping to house 400 children, so that's going to take a little bit of time to build. And then what we want to do is we'll do a similar scheme with other charities where maybe you can sponsor a child for £25 a month, etc. My long-term goal is in the UK. What I want to do is I want to have some sort of facility here where we can actually cater for uh, the Muslim children that have gone into non-Muslim households. We want to have some sort of connection with the Deen. This is what scares me. Is these kids, whether it's just 1 hour a week, 2 hours a week, we want to have a facility where these children can have access to the Deen. Their parents, or the adopted, the people that have adopted, whether they're Muslim or non-Muslim, we want them to come in. They can feel welcome. They can learn about their Deen, and that way, rather than, I mean, some people can be quite scared going into a mosque or approaching a lot of Muslims, obviously with all the unfortunate circumstances and what's going around the world. But we want to create some sort of, whether it's a care home, whether it's some sort of school, some sort of community center where actually non-Muslims are welcomed in there and they can learn about the Deen. Now, for example, Ramzan's coming just around the corner. We want to have facilities where we can invite non-Muslims as well as Muslims to eat with us,
Yes.
be part of Islam, and rather than giving dawah in a literal sense, this is what you should do, this is what you shouldn't do. Let's invite people into Islam with love, with example. For me, the best example of how I know somebody's on the right path is not by how they preach. It's all about by their actions and the people around them, how they influence. I know a number of friends are reverted into Islam, mashallah, not because they've been preached by their friends. It's because judging just by their actions, they've seen, mashallah, look what a beautiful life they're living. We want to emulate that. So this is what I want to encourage: is invite these people in, and as a result, the second goal after that would be any future children that can't be adopted by Muslim children. We want to take care of those children. The main goal for this charity is to keep the children in Deen. And then as a result, naturally, with the blessings of Allah Ta'ala, inshallah, we will have repercussions, positive repercussions, where other people will be connected to the Deen as a result.
SubhanAllah. So, I'm sure everybody who's listening out there, you all have heard now, or even if you're are watching this live on our website, then you've seen and also heard at the same time, and that the brother Sajjad's vision regarding these orphans, mashallah, is very, very good, and this is needed as well. And regarding your team as well, just give a little bit of information regarding your team.
Well, to be honest, when I started, it was a one-man band.
He always starts like that. He always does start like that.
I mean, I've made some sacrifices in my life. I have my own engineering business, and I've cut that down to 1.5 days to 2 weeks. So I've made that sacrifice. Well, actually, I don't see it as a sacrifice. I see it as an investment for the next world, inshallah. So it's friends, family, friends getting involved. I mean, I will talk about the event that we have on Sunday, but it's just, I mean, it's 100% donations charity. I'm not taking a salary. I don't have any paid workers. It's people who are volunteering, and alhamdulillah, people who are listening out there, if you want to be involved, please do get in touch, and I'm more than happy to hear people's ideas, any experience that they have in the social health care, teaching, etc., in the Islamic education. I'm open to ideas. As an engineer by profession, we like to work very efficiently, and we're always open and we always think outside the box. So alhamdulillah, if any listeners are out there who are keen to get involved, and we want to grow this team, and we want to make it a real professional outlet. I don't want to do it half-heartedly. I've made the sacrifices, but my intention is to inshallah do this for the long term.
Right, okay, anybody who's just tuned in, right, you're listening to Al Mubarak Radio, the Durood night. We started early, 9:15 is the Maghrib As-Salah Azan, and also Hafiz Abu Bakr is here in the studio. I can hear them talking away as we speak. I've got messages, mashallah, from South Africa. I've got messages from the UK. I've got messages from all over. I've been, alhamdulillah, right, okay. Right, okay, keep listening and keep tuned in. Anybody who is just tuning in, keep sending the message out. Tell your friends, families, okay, that Hafiz Abu Bakr will be also coming on, inshallah, shortly. And also we have Brother Sajjad right now from the Purpose of Life charity, who is doing some work with the orphanage as well. Now, regarding this your event, okay, which is happening this weekend. Okay, so it's well, literally, it's what? Well, we can say it's Friday now, so it's a couple of days away.
Yeah, and we have an event. It's a charity cricket match. I mean, I will hold the poster because some of you may have seen the poster already. It's some beautiful children playing some cricket in the fields. We've actually, this is our second tournament now. We did one last year. We're holding an event, a cricket tournament at Batley Cricket Club on Sunday, 24th of May. It's starting early. We've got a few 2020 games now. I don't know if you're familiar with the cricket. I'm hoping a lot of the listeners are, but we have 4 teams playing on the day. We'll have 2 tournaments. We'll have 2 teams playing against each other in semi-finals. Winners will go into the final. On the day, we'll have barbecues, we'll have auctions, we'll have a 6-hit competition. So a lot, whether you're cricket fans or whether you're food lovers, obviously we'll have Mubarak there as well. So we'll have a nice team of members on the PA system as well to entertain you all day. But the intention is, inshallah, to raise as much money on the day to kickstart the charity and also to move forward with the charity in the UK, with the care home in the UK. Inshallah.
Will Mr. Rafiq Kayat be there, by the way?
He will be. He'll be helping around the background. Bless him. He'll be running around. He's one of my keen supporters in charity, mashallah. He's a humble friend of mine.
Keep him away from the barbecue, and otherwise,
he loves his food.
Yeah, I know. Just keep him away from the barbecue. So, Mr. Rafiq, if you are listening, that's my place, okay, on the day. You will, if you want to see me, come down. It's on Sunday. I'll even give the poster out. I'll just read it out first, actually. Okay. It's on Sunday, 24th of May, 9 a.m. start till 7 p.m. Batley CC. Now, that is the Batley Cricket Ground. Right in the center of Mount Pleasant, just where the rugby ground is. You can't miss it. It's a fundraising event for orphans, okay? And it's happening. There's barbecues, there's auction, there's 6-hit competition, and there's a 2020 clash as well. And it can be anywhere. It can be in the Yorkshire, Lancashire areas. Come down for the day. You're supporting a very, very good cause as well, and it's a free entry. And also, you can donate your zakat as well to this product. Just holding the poster up. So if you are there, and there we go. It's being seen right now. I hope you can see it.
Yeah, we've made it free entry intentionally
right, there
because
we
want to encourage a lot of kids to come as well. So please bring your families to the event, and rather than charging for the event, we want you to spend some money on the food, enjoy yourself. Rafiq Bhai will also, his wife makes beautiful desserts. He's going to be bringing some desserts in the day, so you can take advantage of that as well.
There we go. Subhanallah. So Rafiq Bhai, I'll be looking forward to that. I'll definitely be looking forward to that. Who else have you got coming? Have you got any special guests coming on the day?
We have. Well, we were thinking of bringing a couple of guests down south, but we want to have a couple of nasheed artists if we can. But really, it's the cricketers. We've got a couple of cricketers, mashallah, who have played in the international circuit. We were fortunate to meet Hashim Amla a few days ago, who had signed a poster. As you know, we met Shahid Afridi as well. So we have a couple of cricket bats signed by Shahid Afridi, who's will be auctioning on the day as well. Mashallah, Glenn Maxwell is an Australian cricketer. He's a very good batter, and he's just come back from the IPL. He's been promoting the event a little bit. Kabir Ali as well, mashallah. So we've had
he's coming down, yeah?
Well, we're hoping he can come down because they've been helping us out with promoting the event, mashallah. So definitely we have some big names helping us out to promote the event, inshallah.
MashaAllah, subhanallah. So it's something I'm looking forward to because I'm going to be also busy. And I'll also like to mention as well that Friday, tomorrow evening, okay, there is a special gathering in Birmingham. Okay, and this is, we will explain later once Hafiz Abu Bakr does come on air as well. And also Saturday as well. Okay, there's 2 programs which are happening. There's a lineup, especially the English program. I have to say Sheikh Zahir Mahmood is on the lineup, Sheikh Abdul Majid, Sheikh Abdul Jabbar. There's also I'm sure Hafiz Abu Bakr, and all of these guys in Birmingham. Friday, I think one day is, well, Friday evening tomorrow in Birmingham is a mehfil for Nats and Nasheed. Hafiz Abu Bakr and Qari Asif Rashidi will both be enlightening everybody who attends. And then Saturday, I think one day is in English and Sunday is in Urdu. Well, it'll get explained a bit later more clearly. But it's a weekend of beautiful programs. Hafiz Abu Bakr has come all the way from Pakistan. He's going to be with us all the way through Ramadan. I'm going to explain that all very, very later, as well as Hafiz Abu Bakr does come on air. But anyway, right now, like we are with a purpose of life, right till Maghrib time as well. So inshallah, you know, brothers and sisters, you know, if people want to know more, I mean, today, I mean, these days, it's all about the social media, it's all about websites, etc. You know, people need to like gain knowledge regarding the charity. You've got a website, you know, you can freely, you know, mention the website, etc.
Yeah, I mean, we're just updating the website. We're just working on the website, but the website will be www.pol, which stands for Purpose of Life.
Right.
So www.pol.org.uk. If you want to get in touch personally, am I okay to give my details?
Yes, of course you can.
If you want to get in touch personally, it's Saj, S-A-J, at pol.org.uk. I do pick all the emails and I do respond to all the emails.
Right.
And my number is, if you want to get in touch as well, is 07810272029. That's 07810272029. Like I said, it's a newborn charity. We're very open to ideas. Please do get involved. It's open to all. You know, we're not restricting it to any certain age, race, culture, religion, etc. We want everybody to get involved. If you've always thought about doing something for charity, this is your opportunity. Mashallah, you know, get involved. If you want to play cricket on the day, get in touch as well. If you feel like you've got better ideas, you know, grand ideas, you can get involved. Alhamdulillah, we're more than happy to hear your ideas and get you on board as well. Inshallah, with your du'as and Al-Mubarak, with your du'as as well, may Allah Ta'ala give it success. And I'm sure so far I've seen lots of mini miracles whilst I've been in the charity work. Alhamdulillah, it's a beautiful trip. May Allah Ta'ala continue to bless the charity. But you know, we need to really understand, you know, the blessings of helping orphans. You know, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu said himself, you know, if you help an orphan, you know, I and me will be in Jannah for just like this, and he held his two fingers together. I mean, that's the reward I want. Alhamdulillah, we can invest as much as we want in this world, but you know, let's invest something in the next world and do something special. You know, these are our children. We don't see as somebody else's children. These are our children. You know, who's to say what's around the corner? Tomorrow something, a calamity may hit us, and alhamdulillah, you know, we would want somebody to help us, or our children, and these children need help. Alhamdulillah, Allah Ta'ala, so much, you know, we have such a comfortable life, and you know, it's nice to give something back as well. A lot of people ask me, Mubarak, what Purpose of Life? Where did that name come from? Why have you named your charity Purpose of Life? I actually did a speech when George was at the Orchid, just to mention. We talked about. I got a little philosophical, to be honest, and a lot of people were asking, and I just really, you know, mentioned, you know, why are we here? You know, do we ever think about, you know, why we were born here, why we were in this dunya, why we are in this world? We always, I think, a lot of people seem to forget. You know, we always tied up with all the worldly stuff, the jobs, with the degrees, with the money, with the cars, with the houses, with the, you know, whatever people get involved with. But you know, do we really sit back and reflect? What is the purpose of life? You know, you ask a lot of people, you know, they'll be, hang on a minute, you know, you know, it's one of the most important questions in life. What is the purpose of life? And I named it Purpose of Life because, you know, the purpose of life, what is the purpose? You know, the purpose of life is to know Allah Ta'ala, to worship Allah Ta'ala, to get our ticket. This dunya this world is to get our ticket for the next life in Jannah, inshallah. And this charity, when I've named it Purpose of Life because it's always a reminder. It's a reminder for me. You know, what is the purpose of life? Okay, keeps me back on track, and I'm hoping you can do the same for others. And I'm hoping this is a ticket for me in Jannah, and I also hope a lot of people can take advantage and get their ticket to Jannah as well, inshallah.
It's a beautiful intention, and you know, at this time as well, you know, just before the sun sets, we make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepts all your good intentions.
Inshallah, Ameen.
And you know, mashallah, yourself, you know, you've had lots of talks, and you know, it's not like you say all about talk, it's about action.
Exactly.
To actually you know, do it as well. And we're going to be obviously hearing a lot about you in the month of Ramadan, inshallah.
Inshallah.
As we're lining up our Ramadan radio as well. So inshallah, you're going to be part of the team in the month of Ramadan. Are you looking forward to that?
I am, yeah. Jazakallah. You've been very kind enough to give me an hour slot in Ramadan, so you'll be hearing from me every day for 1 hour. We'll go through the times, and then, but Al-Mubarak will confirm the times. But yes, you know, to be honest, you were asking me, you know, what do you want to discuss? I mean, I'd like to discuss the charity side of things and how we can get involved and how we can progress. But to be honest, I want to make it a two-way thing. I want to engage with the audience. You know, I'd like the audience to get involved, call me. There's certain topics I want to discuss. The number of events that we're holding. Mashallah, we're holding a trip of a lifetime, I've called it. We're doing a trip in December to Jordan, Palestine, Makkah and Medina. I've made this blessed journey myself, such a spiritual, beautiful journey I did last year. So we're going to do this. We've got two trips. We're doing one on the 20th of December, coming back on the 1st, and we've got another trip which is slightly extended because a lot of people wanted to stay in Makkah and Medina for a few days more, and that trip's coming back on the 9th. If anybody wants more details, I will discuss this in the first session in Ramzan, but if anybody wants more details, please do get in touch. Any profits made, we will pump this into the charity. So alhamdulillah, there's two. I'm trying to benefit a lot of people. I want to really get people who've never been before. I know a lot of brothers and sisters have been to Makkah and Medina, but not so many in Al-Aqsa. For me, alhamdulillah, it was an amazing journey.
Actually, regarding that, one of my friends, actually, I think he's booked with you.
MashaAllah.
I'm not going to say his name right now, obviously, but he phoned me, and you know, he asked me first that, you know, I've just come across this leaflet, and because you know him, and I mean, it didn't take much for me to, you know, say I don't know him or anything. I said, look, I've sat with him a few times, alhamdulillah, and what he's doing is absolutely brilliant, and I'm supporting him. And I think I'll tell you after the fair that who the brother is, and I think his family. I don't know how many of them are there, but you're getting a good response. I mean, for people who want to go to Aqsa, okay, alhamdulillah, visit the Haramain, okay, and you're going towards Umrah as well. So you'll be wearing the ihram from, you know, Aqsa, and then going towards Makkah Mukarramah, performing your, you know, Umrah, and then also, you know, that's the haram of also, you know, Islam, the three harams basically, Aqsa, Makkah and Medina Munawwara as well. Subhanallah, visiting the three places, and you know, you're giving it away very cheap as well.
Well, we've, I mean, the reason, I'll just explain very briefly, the reason why we've done it this way is because, I mean, there's a very famous hadith, mashallah, which I'm sure you can quote better than I, but if you do Hajj or Umrah from Al-Aqsa, your past and future sins are forgiven. And for me, what a beautiful hadith this was, and I thought, I have to take advantage of this. I'm hoping a lot of other people can as well. The prices we've done. The reason why we've done it in December is a lot of people can't get holidays. We work, and we've done it such a short trip where, you know, a lot of people who have work. It's difficult to get time. We've got other commitments. But the first trip, leaving on the 20th of December, coming back on the 1st, it kind of fits nicely with the Christmas holidays. So a lot of people don't really need to take much time off. And then the extended trip, if the people do want to take advantage and stay a bit longer, they can come back on the 9th. The price, I mean, the prices do go up, has been going up, but the price for the short trip is around about £1,800, £1,850, and the extended version is about £2,150. We have to double check the pricing with the tickets.
Yeah, and you see, under the terms and conditions which apply, well, you have to remember, okay, example, if somebody books today, the current day ticket price, okay, the current day ticket price will not be the same if you phone next week or the week after that. But you have to remember, example, today the ticket could be, and don't hold me to this, but it could be £450 to about £600 for the whole journey. But by next week, okay, you know, as the seats probably get sold out on the flight, that very, very same flight could be, you know, like £50 more or £75 more. I mean, this I say with a lot of experience. Believe me, because you know, I'm sure when you go to any Hajj and Umrah, you know, agents or you know anybody you book with, you know, they will never tell you. And this is something that you really have to be, you know, understanding. Even if you're just going for Umrah without Aqsa, or if you're going with Aqsa with Umrah. I mean, this we have to be clear on.
That's correct. Yeah, well. I mean, just to explain the trip in a little bit more detail, we'll be doing ziyarat virtually every day on the trip. I've gone for the quality rather than for the cheaper package. You know, we'll be in Jordan doing ziyarats. You know, we'll be meeting Sahaba Ikrams, prophets. You know, Musa alayhi salam, Ibrahim Islam, Ismail Islam, Solomon Islam. We'll be doing all the ziyarats of the Sahaba Ikrams. It's an amazing journey, and to be honest, you can't put a price on that. And yes, prices are a little bit expensive due to Christmas holidays, but if that's the only time people are available for the sake of a couple £100, it's more than worth it. I mean, to visit just the region of Mars in 3, you know, harams, it's I mean,
it's priceless.
It's priceless.
Yeah.
It's priceless.
Yeah.
And please take advantage. And you know, whether it's with ourselves or whether you want to do it with another group, look. Just you know, I just encourage people there, and one of the things I do want to mention is I actually was fortunate to speak to the Sheikh in Al-Aqsa, and one of the things he said was, one of the questions was asked, what practical steps can we take to help the mosque? As you know, people did try to sabotage the mosque and take it for themselves. The Sheikh didn't say give us money, you know, he just said visit Al-Aqsa, visit Palestine. Unfortunately, they stop a lot of local people. A lot of people don't know this, but the locals, anyone under 50, most of the time cannot pray in the mosque.
Right.
Whereas us foreigners, so to speak, coming outside the country, they don't really stop us. When that mosque is empty, it's in more danger. But when it's filled by us guests, it's a lot more safer. So how to protect the mosque? Visit the mosque. That's all I recommend. Like we visit Makkah, Medina in thousands, we should be visiting Al-Aqsa in thousands. And I mean, there's better people than me who can explain the benefits of Al-Aqsa, but one of the things that I did want to mention in the show is when I do explain is, you know, some of the beautiful history of Al-Aqsa and Palestine. And, you know, maybe a lot of people don't realize, you know, the significance of Al-Aqsa. And, you know, just, you know, it was an anniversary a few days ago where Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you can explain the history, but Prophet, this is where the namaz came from 50, went down to 5. And the night of the Mirage,
descending to the Mirage.
I mean, this is the place. I mean, you can visit these places and you can see, you know, with your own eyes, you know, where Prophet Muhammad sallallahu left the earth into the heavens. And
even the place, you know, where the Burak, the animal, where the ring is, mashallah, where the animal was tied. That place, mashallah, is still.
Mashallah, I took a picture holding that hook, and we will show you that place as well. And mashallah, you can physically see the hook that is attached.
And a lot of people, you know, who haven't been to Masjid Al-Aqsa. I mean, I've been, alhamdulillah, many times. And right, you know, where they can show you the original. Where Masjid Al-Aqsa, the original was. Because over the years it's been built over many times.
Agreed,
and there's also a brick, or I don't know what they call it, a stone, where Hazrat Sulaiman alayhi salatu wassalam's time, where the stone, and you think not even a crane could probably, you know, place that there.
It's built by the jinns, you know.
The jinns were involved in making this beautiful, you know, historic masjid in Islam as well. So there's a lot of history, you know, regarding Masjid Al-Aqsa. And like you say, the olives and you know, the ziyarat is absolutely amazing.
I don't want to take too much. I don't want to spoil the show too much, but I will discuss the package in a bit more detail on the first of Ramzan, inshallah. But yeah, if you're interested, or you know, by all means, get in touch and we can fire the details to you. And inshallah, you know, look forward to seeing you there. Mashallah, we've got Mawlid Solomon Magda, who's going to join us. He was a Mawlid that I went with last time.
There's going to be a scholar all the way to guide and give explanation of the places.
There is, yes, there is. So, and I'm a bit of a history geek as well, to be honest. And mashallah, Mawlid knows his history really well. You know, it's just, you know, you're sitting on the hills, and you know, it's one piece of fact I will never forget when Mawlid goes. that's where Isa Islam's going to kill the Dajjal. You know, you're sitting there, you're seeing the walls of Al-Aqsa, and you think, wow, that is the place where, you know, Isa Islam's going to kill the Dajjal. You know, it's just certain facts like this, and you go to the mosque. This is where Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu led his namaz behind all the prophets, peace be upon them all. You know, this is the place where Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu, you know, he helped his animal and his parked his camel. This is what Abu Bakr Siddiq's house was. You know, it's you read about the stories, but to visually see these, alhamdulillah, it's a blessing.
Right, okay, subhanAllah, the time coming up to 10 minutes past 9. We've got about a few minutes left before we go for the Maghrib Azan as well. I would like to give this announcement. Somebody kindly messaged in and asking us if we can announce this. And it's just saying, Salams, this is a message to request help in Bolton for a family of 6, which consists of a 31-year-old single mother and her 5 daughters, ages 3, 4, 6, 8, and 9. 3 years ago, this woman lived in Bolton with her husband and in-laws. One day, her husband took her and her 5 daughters on a trip in India. There, he left his wife and children at the wife's father's house, who lives in poverty. And then he returned to England by himself. For 3 years in India, this woman lived in an abject poverty, begging off the streets of their village people. A few weeks ago, with the help of a few people, they were brought back to England and are currently living in Bolton in a rented home, kindly paid by somebody who has donated. The house is simple and lacks necessities such as beds, beddings, clothing, and toys for the daughters. The mother suffers severe depression and is finding it difficult to take care of her 5 daughters, as you can imagine. They are struggling to find a school placement, and the girls and their mother appear to be suffering from shock. The girls cannot speak English, and their experiences will soon affect their self-esteem and identity if emotional help is not provided shortly. Help of any form is requested, including emotional. Women required to socialize with the lady and spend time with her and her daughters. Even one day every 3 weeks or so will help. Practical help, anybody who is willing to do housework, cook and clean. A rota will be made, even a few hours every couple of weeks, etc. in the form of books, education wise, and working with 5 daughters for a couple of hours a week. They can't speak English, remember this. Financial, a few pounds a week from several people will make a big difference. A list will be drawn up of what the family needs, etc. This will be only like for a few months until the families are set up and is needed. Please note that any financial help provided would be cast at zakat, and as this is a poor family who are in a dire need of help. There's a few numbers, and this is in the Bolton areas as well. And this is a message I received, and we're really running out of time as well. But I'm getting a lot of messages from up and down the country. I'm reading as I'm going on to the show. I mean, I can't reply to obviously everybody at this time, but I just have to say, this message I did say I will announce before the Maghrib Azan. I did promise them. So inshallah, if anybody is listening, there's a family, you just heard it right now, and anybody, especially in the Bolton areas, physically can go out and spend a bit of time with the family. If you want the message, I can forward it to you, because there's some sisters' numbers on that message, so it can be very easy for people around the Bolton areas as well. Brother Sajjad, we're coming right to the Maghrib Azan, so I'd like to say a big Jazakumullah khair to you, and inshallah, hopefully we're going to be hearing a lot more from you, inshallah. I want everybody to support the charity cricket match this Sunday, 24th of May, 9 AM till 7 PM at the Mount Pleasant Batley Cricket Ground. It's a free entry fundraising event for orphans, and even if you're not into cricket, go and have a nice barbecue and just raise some money for charity, etc. And remember, there's auctions, there's also going to be barbecue, there's going to be a competition for cricket, 2020 clash, etc. so don't miss out. Brothers and sisters, Jazakumullah khair, Brother Sajjad, inshallah,
Jazakallah.
and inshallah, we will be, inshallah, talking again later. Right, okay, inshallah, I know it is Maghrib Azan. Everybody, make sure you pray your Maghrib Salah, and then we are going to be having Hafiz Abu Bakr Hadri on the Durood. Remember, Hafiz Abu Bakr Hadri has traveled all the way from Pakistan, and mashallah, he is world renowned. He's just had a tour of South Africa, alhamdulillah, and he showed me some pictures yesterday of the journey from Johannesburg to Cape Town. And I was thinking, what am I doing in England? Subhanallah. Such a beautiful, beautiful sight he was showing me. He's enjoyed a very, very beautiful, beautiful experience. Coming back here to the United Kingdom after the year. Remember, he loves you guys. And that's why he is on straight after Maghrib Azan. I am going to go for the Maghrib Azan. So everybody, please remember each other in the duas. And I'm going to be back, inshallah, straight after Maghrib Salah. We'll be back live with Hafiz Abu Bakr at 9:30 p.m. Don't go away. Keep listening. This is Mr. Mubarak and Mr. Sajjad Hussain signing out for now. Until 9:30 p.m. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Fi amanillah.
Was that okay?